Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Banter Bros podcast, or just welcome to the Banter Bros podcast. First off, my name is Mantooth.
And I'm Minnie.
Oh, sorry, Damien. I went by my last name. God damn it, I've already fucked it up. Just to tell y'all, if y'all are new here, a little bit about what we do here. We each week we have different hosts. Like this week, I'm the host of this episode, and we just bring different topics to the table, talk about different things, bring our opinions to the table. We cover everything from conspiracy theories to Thanksgiving foods to other stuff. Just anything. But we always like to start our episodes off just giving out a little bit of what's going on in our weeks and stuff like that. So, Minnie, what's been going on in your week, bro?
Nothing much. I mean, I had my birthday party yesterday, which you were there, and I got really fucked up. Yeah, my birthday was yesterday, so
fucking steaks, bro.
So technically, this is my birthday episode. It's my birthday episode. What?
What?
I made some mean fucking T-bone steaks. They're pretty fucking good, if I do say so myself.
I wish I got one of the marinated ones. I think I just got one of the ones that was seasoned.
Yeah, the seasoned ones were still pretty good, but
Yeah.
no, I didn't even get a marinated one because I forgot which ones were I know it was the last batch that I made. They were the marinated ones.
Oh,
So-
well, then that means I got a marinated one.
No, some of the last batch were
Okay.
not. Like the very last 4 steaks that I cooked, 2 of them were marinated, 2 of them weren't, and then the
Right.
batch before that, 2 of them or all 4. 2 of them were marinated, or like 2 or 3 of them were marinated.
I just grabbed one of the bigger ones and I took it back outside and I got that one part of the grill that has like the flat top part
Mhm.
on there, and I just fucking seared it like really like I pushed it down, seared it on there both sides real quick, and then I brought it back inside and that was good. I mean, I wasn't like trying to cook it anymore, but like it was still fucking medium rare, and I fucking loved it. It was great.
Why did you have to sear it again?
Because I wanted a little bit more char on mine. Because there was no grill marks on the one that.
Yeah, I don't know
grabbed.
why there weren't any grill marks on the. I mean, there were a little bit, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like. And I think it's because, I don't know.
Did you use the onion on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the onion on there, the juices from the onion makes the grill grates like non-stick almost. So that's probably why it wasn't like giving that char sear.
Yeah, but one of them, like the first steak I cooked, it did, but that's because it was right over the flame, and for some reason there was only like only half the grill had a flame going on it, and I was like, I don't know why that was happening. Preston turned on the grill, so I don't know why that like only half the grill had like a flame on it. I mean, they all cooked. The only steak that didn't really cook medium rare was Lily's, because that was that was the thinnest cut
Hey,
of
but
steak.
that one had freaking char on it. Like I picked it out because I was like, that one looks really good, and I think that was one of the not marinated, one of the ones you seasoned, and like she was like, it's a little salty, but I mean, like I was like, it tastes fucking good to me. I was like, it's just I need my salt, my sodium. But,
I salted the hell out of it because I was hoping to get a nice crust, but it didn't really crust that well.
Right. Excuse me.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed them. So everybody seemed to like the steaks, and when I cut into mine and I saw it was like, I was like, hell yeah, this is.
By then you didn't care.
Well, I was drunk. Yes, I was drunk as fuck. But when I cut in that steak and I saw it was perfect medium rare, I was like, hell yeah. And then Preston showed me his, and he was like, dude. And I was like, dude. And then everybody was, I don't see. My thing is I don't take compliments well at all. So when everybody was telling me my steak is good and all that stuff, I was like, I think it's good. But all these motherfuckers are lying to me right now.
Right. She was Rose, freaking Andrew's girlfriend. She was definitely lying. I don't know if she was either definitely lying or she was just.
Well, she got one of the marinated ones, but
she was like, "Oh my god, this is." I mean, like Andrew's are like she had to like she didn't say that first. She was just like, "These are so good, so good," and like I saw Andrew like look over at her like, "Bitch, my steaks are good," and like she was like, "Yours are good," but like. Oh, dude, this is so good. And she just kept repeating it. I was like, is she that drunk? Like,
I thought it was some damn good steak.
Oh, it's damn
but I
good
didn't
steak,
think it
but-
was like the best steak I've ever had. And
I didn't think I needed to repeat it 15 times
Yeah.
either.
But no, I mean, other than that, other than my birthday happened yesterday, my birthday party, nothing really much. I'm just working, fucking working. I started playing Black
yeah.
Myth Wukong. And
Is
that
it
game
good?
is fun as fuck, but it's like easy.
Well, I mean, every game is almost easy to you. The only couple games that I've seen you say that's hard is fucking. You played what was that one game that fucking
God of War Ragnarok on the
Yeah.
hardest difficulty. Yeah, that game was pretty
How many
fucking
deaths
difficult.
did you finish? it?
Yeah, no, I finished that game.
What's your death count?
My death count was like 250. I died a bunch in that fucking game. My biggest issue with that game was, like, so when you're playing a game on the hardest difficulty, if it's inconsistent with the way that certain mechanics and certain things work, then you see it shine a lot more. You see a light shine on it a lot more than you would on a normal difficulty.
Right.
Because on a normal difficulty, if it's a little inconsistent, you won't really notice because it's not that difficult.
I remember you telling me about one time you were dying, like you like parried one guy, and then the other guy was already swinging at you, and you were in the middle of the parry, so you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, no, so I was in the middle of the parry animation, so I parried the motherfucker, and then someone was already swinging down at me, and so it doesn't have like a double parry function where if you parry one person, someone's already swinging at you, you parry them. It doesn't have that. Like a lot of games will, like Batman Arkham Knight or something like that. If you parry someone and someone else is attacking,
Fucking
you'll double
Arkham-
parry.
Any of the Batman games,
But-
it's like parry.
But like this game doesn't have that function, so I parry the motherfucker, and then the motherfucker's already swinging at me, and I'm surrounded by 5 people, so he hits me, and then I start getting stun locked, and then they all just hitting me, just jumping my ass, and I'm just stun locked, and I can't roll because I'm stun locked, so I can't move, can't do anything, I'm just dead.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. Like it's inconsistent. You have to. Like the main thing with God of War Ragnarok on the hardest difficulty, bosses not that difficult. I mean the Valkyries a little bit, but it's 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, because there were certain bosses like the Berserkers who were like, there was 2 bosses or 3 bosses you had to fight at the same fucking time, and those did start to little like piss me off a little bit because I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to fucking do this shit?
Right.
Like, but the main challenge is groups of enemies. If there's a group of enemies coming at you and you do not know how to. Which, I mean, I'm good at crowd control, and I'm good at, like, trying to find the best place to attack from and stuff like that and trying to build a plan. But sometimes you just get fucked. Sometimes you're like, okay, I'm going to try and go around this way, back up a little bit, maybe heal a little bit, and then try and attack and try and pick them off one by one. But at a certain point, you're like, okay, I'm going into attack. Tries to hits him. Another guy, parry, gets hit and back, gets hit inside, gets hit inside, gets hit and back, gets hit and back, gets hit and back, gets hit inside,
And it was
and
like
then
after
you're just
like
dead.
three swings, you're pretty much dead with them.
Yeah, no, on the hardest difficulty, it's no fucking joke. But no, God of War Ragnarok hardest difficulty was probably the hardest game that I've ever played. Elden Ring, that wasn't super difficult, like super challenging. There were definitely some bosses that I was like,
I loved how
Not-
everyone was like, "That's so difficult," and you were like, "Bro, easy."
Well, no, I mean it's an easier From Software game. Like Dark Souls, I definitely think Dark Souls is harder than that. But Dark Souls isn't. I mean, to me, Dark Souls isn't like super difficult as long as you know the mechanics, know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like if you just like, of course, when I was a noob to the Dark Souls games and I just started fresh, I was struggling a little bit. But I like to take the first like intro to every game and just learn the mechanics. Like I'll just fight the same guy over and over and over again just to learn timing and how long my invincibility frames are gonna be when I roll and shit like that. But Black Myth Wukong, because Jackson and Hunter started watching me because I do the share screen on PlayStation in the party, and they'll watch me. They just want to watch me play. And Jackson was like, "Dude, you're fucking cheating." He was like, "Dude, I don't know what else to say. This is a recording of someone else playing because there's no fucking way."
Yeah, right.
Because the entire first chapter I got through without dying. Like the entire first chapter of that game, I got through without dying. I mean, okay, I died to one boss, I think twice, and it was like the first part of the end of the chapter boss. Like every other boss in the entire first chapter, I didn't struggle at all.
Do you ever think about like recording that? Like,
That's exactly what Jackson said. Jackson was like, "Dude, you need to this is the type of gameplay that you need to record and just fucking post." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean I could, sure, yeah. I mean,
just no voice, just you
but
playing.
but
Oh no, we keep your voice in there because when you like die or get like fucked up, you'd be like, "Fucking shit."
But yeah, no, Jackson Hunter keeps saying, "Dude, you're running through this game." I mean, yeah, I got the game 3 days ago, and I'm already on chapter 4 out of 6.
I mean, if you have a lot of time.
Well, but honestly, I really don't because I didn't play at all yesterday because it was my birthday,
Right.
and I got the game like 2 or 3 days ago, and I was off. I worked Monday, I worked Tuesday. I
Yeah,
just
but you
got
come home and play until what, like
10 o'clock.
You go to bed at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I lay down at 10 o'clock, and then I fall asleep around like 11, 12, 1. I don't sleep that well, so I lay down early so I can
At that
try
point,
and
you
go to
just
sleep.
play until 12.
No, that's not how that works.
Oh.
Because I can sit in my chair and I'll fall asleep in my chair, and then I'll start falling asleep in my chair. Then I go to lay down in bed, and it's like I just did a line of coke, and I wake the fuck up, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I was falling asleep in the chair. Now I'm laying in my bed and I'm wide the fuck awake. So no, I lay down at 10 so I can try and relax and get to sleep at a decent time at least.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, I get home around like 4:30, take a shower, clean up the house a little bit, walk dogs, get myself a little something to eat. By that time it's like 5:30, and then I get on and I play from, like 6 to 10. So, but I only have like maybe 10, 15 hours in the game. 15 like pushing it, I feel like. I don't really
Right.
have that much time in the game. But no, I've been running through it pretty quick, and I keep having to go back and backtrack and take care of like secret bosses and shit like that. But I'm really enjoying it. It's a very fun game. But Astro bought one game of the year over that, which is absolutely fucking insane.
I don't even know what the hell that is. I've heard of the game you're playing, but I'm...
Exactly. No, that's like that. No one was happy that Astro bought one game of the year. It's just a platformer. It's a platformer like Mario or anything else. It's just a PlayStation exclusive platformer. That's it.
Wait, we're
And-
talking about like Astro Boy, like the...
No, Astro Bot.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's just a platformer game. It's a platformer game like any other, really. They do have like some new concepts and shit, but it's a short game. You can beat it in like 6 hours, and that one game of the year over Black Myth Wukong. It's like, I'm sorry, Black Myth, like Astrobot was only talked about for like a week. I didn't hear anything else about it. A game of the year to me is something like Elden Ring, that it came out and was talked about for the entire rest of the year. Like, that's the type of game that, is game of the year material to me.
Right.
Not something that comes out and it's only been talked about for a week and then,
Yeah, it was all...
drops
it
off
was
of the
beat-
face
it was
of the
beat
earth.
the first day. Like,
Exactly. It's like it just drops off the face of the earth. I didn't hear anything about it until it won game of the year, and I was like, that just doesn't make any fucking sense. They must have paid somebody.
Right.
Allegedly. They paid somebody to, I'm not going to say, because I don't want to get sued.
I mean, if they're listening.
Which nobody is.
But, shit,
But anyways, yeah, sorry, go.
Yeah, but my week, I mean, nothing really going on. Today, actually, I applied for my new job because I'm tired of working at Quick Car, and
Get me on, brother.
they can sue me if they hear this. But yeah, Quick Car is the worst company I've probably worked for in a really long time. And I used to try to tell myself that it was pretty good, but this is probably one of the worst
I've
companies.
been trying to tell you, dude. That's why I don't want to move up.
Well, I moved up because I was like more pay, like that's and I moved up pretty quick because I.
But
only,
I'm not going to put effort into a company that I feel like is not going to take care of me
Right.
or their employees. So I just, I disagree with Quick Car. I disagree with the way they work. I disagree with everything. And that's why if you do get on with the new job, then I want to.
I literally called Jeff like right when I got home today, and I was like, "Hey man, I appreciate you getting me in." He was like, "You're good. Just whenever they call you to interview, just try to be there." And I was like, "I'll try, but like I'm still working at Quick Car." And he was like, "Okay, cool." And I was like, "I'm 40 hours a week, right?" He's like, "Yeah, that's most people that work here get 40 hours a week." And I was like, just making sure because I didn't want no damn flag hours. I heard about that, and but yeah. So I applied today, and literally my boss was like, because yesterday I pissed him off, and he was like, "We need to have a serious talk," and I was like, "Cool." And I left work after that, and then today he came in to do interviews for other people to get hired on, and he came in. I was like, "So how did because I'm trying to get Caden hired, and he did the interview today, and he was like, I was like, so how did Caden work? He's like, well, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that, and then also we need to still have a serious talk, and I was like, okay, and then he jabbed me with his key in my arm.
It's funny, you getting Caden on and you're about to leave.
Yeah, I even told Caden, I was like, hey, I'm probably gonna try to get you on, and then I'm gonna be leaving. So if he fires you like right after I leave, like you get your money, bro. I was like, get some money, because I mean they have no reason to fire you just because you started off, and like I told him, I was like, he's just a friend, like he's not family or anything.
Yeah,
like
but in
that.
Texas you're allowed to fire for any reason. I mean,
Well, yes,
except
but-
for race, gender, shit like that. But if he just wants to fire him and make us some bullshit why he fired him, then he can do that.
Yeah, But yeah. Anyways, but that I told him I'm kind of done with this. So I was like, if you get on, good for you, bud. But
I've been done with Quick Car. I need money, so you know.
I got told that it's probably gonna be like 1950 to 20. He's gonna try to get me. He said I fucked up by putting 18 in my because they were like, your previous employer, how much you got paid. He goes, if you would have put like 20, they would have like offered you like 22, 24. And I was like, damn, I didn't even think about that. I was just telling them how much I got paid. But I was also, assistant manager and everything like that. So I was like, But I'm also a state inspector.
You can talk to Jeff and see if I can get on too, if they're still, hiring and shit.
Oh yeah.
I've been manager at every other job except for this one, so.
Right. I'll definitely let him know. I'll talk to him about it because I want to get on first. I don't want to keep at. I don't want to be like, yo, can you get my buddy on right now? Well, I'm not even on. I want to make sure I get a job and seal the deal, and then I'll be like, hey, I got some. I'm just trying to make sure I get a job because I want to get the fuck out of Quick Car.
No, I understand, but
I don't want
to. He's not gonna tell you no, you can't have the job now because you asked if your buddy could get.
I know.
Not. I'm just saying. Most jobs that I've gotten, you've asked me, hey, can you try and get me on? I try and get you on. Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single
whatever.
time.
I'll ask. I'll literally text him after we get done with the podcast. But
I do think it's funny, and I'm going to bring this up, and no offense to you, but I do think it's funny how yet another, this is, you might take offense to this, but yet another job that someone else is getting you on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a job that you've actually applied for yourself and got on. I think every single job you've had, someone else's.
Yeah, that's literally. Straight out of high school, I got offered the job.
That's why when you were working at Sonic, it pissed me off so fucking much that you'd complain about working at Sonic every fucking day. Like, I need a new job. I need a new job.
Well, yeah. I needed a new job because I was like, this shit's fucking ass.
But the reason it pissed me off is like, I don't care that you were. I care that you were complaining about the job because I didn't like working there either. But I had to walk to work every day. The main reason I cared about you complaining about the job is because you had a vehicle, and a license, so you were literally able to apply for whatever job you wanted to get and go and try and get that job. Yeah, you stayed at Sonic and complained about working at Sonic. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't have a choice. This is my option. This is my option because I have to walk to work. And I still don't really complain about it that much. And if I do, I feel like I sort of have a right to because I'm stuck. I don't want to hear you fucking complain. You have a vehicle. You can apply and you can get the fuck on out of here. Easy.
Right.
But you just didn't want to. And then
I was also smoking weed, by the way, 16 days fucking sober, if anybody else gives a shit, but I'm fucking...
Chris, I smoked weed too, but every single job that I've got, I applied for.
Yeah.
And got the job myself. Well, except the one I worked with my dad.
And Quick Car. I got you hired on.
No, Chris got me hired on a Quick Car.
Oh, okay.
But really, I got myself, because I still had to go in and get interviewed.
I still had to go and get interviewed at Sonic, and I still had to go and get interviewed at Dallas Demolition.
You didn't have to get interviewed at Sonic. When you at Sonic, I told them you worked there before. You basically
and I walked in. When I walked in the day, I was getting my interview, Tamika sat outside on the fucking front patio, and she questioned.
She asked you for your social and your ID.
No, she didn't. She asked me what I did before, what I did at Sonic beforehand. I told her I was a car hop.
You were out there for like 30 seconds, brother.
Because I told her what I did, and that was all. I was like, yeah, I work here. I know how to run the store. And then she was like, cool. Now what's your social security and all this stuff? But then even at Dallas Demolition, the job I got offered straight out of high school by my welding teacher, I went in there and told them that I've only welded at high school, and they were like, cool, you're hired. And
see, that's not an interview.
I was there a lot longer than just cool, you're hired.
And all I'm saying is an interview is you sit down. There's a risk of you not getting. When I went and sat down with Raphael,
when I got hired on the Quick Car, when Damien told me, he was like, come work at Quick Car. Just all you have to do is apply online. And I applied online, and then I got called the next day. Went up there and went to Quick Car.
So you didn't get me on.
What do you mean I didn't get you on? I got hired on, and then I got Chris hired on, and then you came on. So either Chris or me got you hired on.
I applied online because I asked Chris, and Chris told me to just apply online. Then I applied online, and I went up there, and then I told Raphael, I was like, yeah, no, Damien or Chris is going to have to take him. He's like, Damien. I was like, yeah, then they're the ones who told me to apply here. So Raphael acted like, if y'all told him, and then he acted like he didn't even know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he was pretty stupid. But yeah. Besides all that, I'm trying to get a new job. Doing that shit. And pretty much else, I'm just being, everything else. I'm just normal shit, doing dad shit. You
better get me on it forward, or I'm gonna murder you.
Oh.
In game.
Slash kill. Fucking some Minecraft shit. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this week's topic.
Please.
This is my topic this week, obviously. And the topic name for this one's going to be called Tech of the Future. All right?
I'm definitely going to name it something else.
Yeah, you're probably going to name it something else. It's okay.
Every single time you say an episode name, I don't know if you go back and you look at the
I seen them.
But
That's so cool.
I named them.
You got better names. Okay? You got better names. I just was like, Tech of the Future. That sounds great for this notes and everything like that. But basically, I just want to talk about like how is tech in our lifetime, how it's changed and everything. And I got that from you because I was like 10 years and you were like, nah, our lifetime. 10 years ain't shit. And I was like, well, there's a lot.
There's a lot that happened in 10 years, yes, but there's a lot more that's happened in our lifetime.
Right.
Like so much shit.
But yeah, I mean, just in the past 10 years, technology has advanced incredibly.
You need to stop getting things you have to read, brother.
Well, I mean, that's literally how I keep my notes. I type shit down, and then I bad at reading, okay?
You type it down, you forget what you typed down, so then you have to read it again.
Yeah, I mean, I came up with this a week ago, and you were like, nah, let's not record. And I was like, all right.
Well, I didn't say let's not record. I said let's change our recording day, and I think it's better because now I don't have to go to work until 11 tomorrow, so I can actually.
Nice. I don't have to go to work at all.
Exactly. That's nice. Exactly. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's revolutionizing how we live, how we work, communicate. From smartphones to artificial. What? Yeah, I mean even that. Like, from smartphones, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, self-driving cars, and just inventions that help our everyday lives.
Well, I guess that was the episode, guys. He just went through all of them.
Every single one. Yeah, I did. But the first one I want to start off with is just from in the years from 2000 to 2010, we went from 3G to 4G.
We went from flip phones to smartphones.
And flip phones to smartphones. But I mean, we went from 3G to 4G. We that was crazy as it is. I remember.
I don't know.
I mean, that's pretty fucking crazy. I remember my mom going, oh, look, I have this fancy BlackBerry flip phone, and it's got the little roller on there, and I can search the web like she couldn't do before. And then when the 4G came out, I remember my mom having the first touchscreen phone.
Search the web. It just was, a lot slower at this point at 3G.
Yeah, well.
But, it's like no one really noticed the difference between 4G and 5G.
I mean,
do you notice a difference?
I noticed a slight difference, but then that was like the first week.
What was the difference?
The difference was like I would click on the internet, and instead of the loading bar going across the screen, it would just pop up.
That has to do with just where you're at, your location, and then if you're connected to Wi-Fi.
Right now, I got LTE.
There isn't really a huge difference between. Well, then
we could just fucking take that one off. Internet doesn't mean shit anymore. 4G to 3G to 5G don't mean shit. Okay.
You said 3G to 4G.
I said 3G to 4G from 2000 to 2010, and then from 2010 to 2020.
This episode's gonna be me trying to tell you that this.
Well, then in that case. You can just
shit.
fucking come up with another episode. I don't even want to talk about my shit.
No, you can continue going. Continue going.
No, I mean, all you're gonna do is just bash
fuck
it.
with you, yeah.
Yeah, well, and then I mean, if we do that, then
I'm not.
It's not gonna go on because I only have.
God, don't get your panties in a twist, brother.
My panties are twisted, dude. Twisted.
Like a T.
Yeah, no, like that guy got twisted with a twisted T. God damn it. No. But yeah, I think that one was pretty crazy, like just from going from 3G to 5G in the matter of 20 years. Because I mean, in the early 2000s we had 3G, and then going out to 2020 now we have 5G phones, which it's You could do all the faces you want.
I'm just saying that's not such a big thing to me personally. This is just my like personal opinion. Like compared to everything else that has gone.
I mean,
down,
hell, my grandma still had dial-up in the 2000s. Okay, like
that's what I'm saying. Is like compared to everything else that is a 3G to 5G, like in 20 years, to me isn't like, yeah, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing it in any way. I'm just saying it isn't as big as other advancements that we've had, even in like the.
yeah,
even
but I
in
don't want
10
to. I don't
years,
want to start off with the biggest one.
There's a lot of big ones.
I know that's what's on my list. God damn it! I should like if I leave that one for last, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, cool. All the other things I just said makes that look like dog shit. So I started off with dog shit.
It's still gonna be the same thing, just in reverse. Now this one's
it's gonna slowly get better.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I really think so. Because I mean,
No, I definitely think it's gonna get better. I just think we should. I don't know. I know it's your episode. I just think we should just.
You should shut up and just fucking listen to my episode.
I just think personally, I just think we should not have a list to go down. Maybe just discuss. I mean, I understand you have a list of no. That's not what I'm saying.
It's your episode now.
Listen.
Your episode now.
Listen. No, stop.
We're gonna keep fucking
No,
doing
stop.
This shit. We're not gonna be having a good episode.
No, stop. No, listen what I'm saying. Okay, instead of having like a top to bottom list, maybe we could just. I understand you have your list. Just.
I mean, do you want to start coming up with ideas for me? Because I mean. If you can,
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just
you're criticizing literally what I came up with.
No, I'm not.
This is my episode. I'm the host.
This is a good episode. It's a good idea. I'm not saying it's bad.
My panties are so twisted.
I'm not
right
saying
now.
it's bad.
I have 2 double knots in my
ass. I'm just saying. We a lot of these episodes just like we go down a list and we say boom, bing, bong, boom, and we go down a list. Instead of like going down a list like that, I understand you have your list, but just pick out some and let's you say one, we discuss it, and then you move on to the next one. Say one, discuss it.
That was the list. I have a topic,
but you're going, most non-notable, technology. You should just do your favorite ones, and then we discuss it, and then But continue. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. Just keep going. I'm hungover. Just do your thing. I'm sorry.
Beer
do your
technology.
Thing.
That's my favorite one. The way
Beer
we
technology.
went from mead to fucking.
I feel like it's
beer.
basically been the same. The flavor's just been enhanced.
I'm fucking done.
Flavor's just gotten better over the years.
Right. But moving on from
even though I hate beer.
Moving on from the 3G, 5G, and 4G, 3G to 5G, and just those 10 years.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm just.
I mean, are you gonna? Can I?
Yeah, I'm just apologizing. Okay, Jesus.
I heard the apology the first time.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You know what? This is the last episode of this fucking podcast. I'm done. I'm starting a new podcast with somebody else.
Damn.
I'm kidding. Don't cry. It'll be okay.
I think I have a good idea.
This is a good idea.
No, okay.
But
moving on to the next topic.
GPT.
I didn't get any of this from ChatGPT. I didn't. I literally.
It was a joke, Damien.
I got last
was a
episode.
Joke.
The
Why
challenge.
Why are you so on edge, brother?
I'm on edge because you're fucking up my idea.
You're
fucking
gooner?
up my episode. Am I a what?
Are you a gooner?
A gooner?
Do you like gooning? Do you like edging?
What's edging?
Oh God.
I don't have edges.
I'll
my fucking edge is bad.
I'll tell you after the episode's over.
Okay.
I don't think it's appropriate.
I mean, one of these is not appropriate, but
no, it's just
technology.
I mean, a lot of people probably know what that is, but yeah.
So the next one's electric vehicles. I'm not even going to read what I have underneath here because let's just talk about it.
No. Read your thing.
No, it's not important.
Read your thing.
It's not important.
No,
I want to
read your
talk
thing.
about electric vehicles.
No, read your thing. God.
I'll read it.
God, Damien.
Electric vehicles.
Why you gotta be so complicated?
I can't even read it because you fucking talk. Electric vehicles, blah, 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 internal combustion engines called ICE cars. It's abbreviation. All right? Internal combustion engines, it's called ICE cars, basically.
Like Border Patrol?
Yeah, like ISIS.
Like ISIS?
Yeah.
Two completely different things.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like electric cars. Like, I mean, we went from like the first couple hybrids were just in 2005, and I mean, I was like the first couple hybrid cars we were really getting, and then moving.
Didn't
on.
the Egyptians have an electric car?
Yeah, that's how they got. That's how they built the pyramids. Electric cars.
Driving a Tesla through the desert.
Yeah, that's how they got the rocks on top. You know? Everyone was like, "How did they do it?" It was Tesla. Fucking Elon's been around for generations.
They had electric buggies back then, you know.
They had a solar panel on the back of it. It was just a bunch of gold fucking shining up to the sky. Let's charge our battery. But
no, electric cars are. They're. Have you heard about all the problems that Tesla's been having though?
oh yeah, I know. I don't know if you watch. You probably you don't watch him. Whistling Diesel. He's been doing a cyber truck. Durability.
Cybertruck. They look retarded. Dude.
They
I'm
do
sorry.
look fucking retarded. I feel like they should be backwards.
Sorry, not the R word. They look stupid.
Oh yeah, we're not supposed to say that.
I'm sorry.
Damn. No, but like they really look like ugly as hell. Like
Yeah.
I feel like Cyberpunk came out and they had those cars that look like that, and Elon was like, "No
Cyberpunk
way."
doesn't have cars that look like that.
Yeah, Cyberpunk doesn't have cars that look like that. They're just backwards. Like
talking
like take the Cybertruck, flip it backwards, and make the front of the car the fucking back of the car, and that's exactly how some of the cars look in there. They're just not as
Are you talking about the game Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah. Cyberpunk.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they do have cars in there that look like
they
that.
don't.
They do.
Have
I've
you
seen
played the game?
I had not played it, but I've synced it with my own two eyeballs.
I'm literally playing the game right now. Like
Right
not right this second, but I'm doing another. I played it when it first came out, and I'm doing a playthrough right now of the game. And I'm sorry, there are no cars
There's no cars that look like
that
Cyberpunk
look like
cars.
no. They're more sleek and
Yeah,
smooth.
exactly.
And there are trucks but they don't look. They look like regular trucks.
Whatever. But yeah, the Cybertruck, I feel like it should be backwards anyway.
So I'm really not trying to make you angry this episode.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
You look angry.
I am.
you look.
But
you look not happy.
yeah, the Cybertruck, I think it looks.
I think it looks dumb. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it is very
The other R
ridiculous.
word, not the that ridiculous, not the other.
We're using double R words here.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, I don't see like electric cars are great, yeah, but my biggest issue is everybody's like, we need to get off of fossil fuels. Okay, but how do you think they made the Teslas?
With fossil fuels.
Yes, using fossil fuels. They used fossil fuels to make the Teslas that don't run on fossil fuels. Sure, it saves a little bit, but I mean, everything is made using fossil fuels. So, I don't.
Elon, meanwhile, like, making a Tesla, grilling his hot dogs to, with propane using
It's like,
fossil.
I do understand that eventually we will run out of fossil fuels. I do understand that.
But who gives a fuck? It's not going to happen in our lifetime.
And I mean, I sort of do, because if I have kids and they have kids, I want, my kids,
We'll be
kids,
dead by
kids. We'll be long dead, but I still want a good life for future generations. But I feel like by then
They'll figure that out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like that we'll figure some shit out.
Yeah, we'll be living on Mars by then,
Yeah. Like, I mean, there was a guy who was trying to get a water-powered, a saltwater-powered car going, and he actually got an engine that worked.
What?
And then he
Think about that
disappeared.
guy a long time ago. The fucking guy that just randomly disappeared when he created that water car.
That's what I was saying. That's exactly what I was just talking about.
You said salt car.
yeah,
he-
salt water.
He was running it off of just regular
no,
water.
It was salt water.
I wish I could look it up.
I'm
I got
pretty-
LTE in
Pretty
here.
positive it was salt water. It was like a saltwater powered car. It was like a hydro combustion engine, and it ran off water, basically salt water. I'm pretty
Yeah, and
sure
they
was what
killed
he
him because
mainly
they were
used.
like, nah,
and he
gas.
disappeared. Yeah, no, he disappeared because
They killed him. They were like, we need
no,
sue me.
like I'm just saying, like no, I don't want to say that they did or not.
I've watched 15 YouTube videos where they say this guy got
That's
killed.
like watching YouTube shorts. And
Okay, well they didn't get sued. They're still making videos.
I'm not saying getting sued. I'm just saying I don't want to assume anything.
I'm not assuming.
You are literally assuming.
No.
You don't.
He disappeared off the face of the
He
planet.
disappeared.
His family
They,
don't know
they
where
might
he is.
not have killed him. They might have paid him off, and he went and lived on a private island for the rest of his life.
Driving his water
he
car.
was making a hydro-powered engine to make money, and they were like, "Stop doing that. Here's couple $1 billion, and go fuck off. And
He was
"Oh,
like,
okay."
nah, I could make more off this car.
Nah, and he was like, okay, I'll fuck off. That could have totally happened.
Yeah. Have you seen that? Have you seen that kid that makes fucking diesel fuel out of plastic waste? He's like an African kid. He's real fucking.
No, I have not.
All right, he has a
Nothing
whole.
even remotely close.
Well, he has a whole like I don't know, a refinery, I guess is what you would call it. But
How would you make diesel out of plastic?
he takes plastic and it melts down. Like he shoves a whole bunch of plastic down into this fucking tube. Like you have to watch the. I'll show you the video or whatever. But he fucking takes the plastic and it melts down, and he takes the gases that come from the plastic burning off, and it goes through these like tubes and chambers and shit. He has a whole video exactly how he does it. And
Sounds fake.
It might be. It might be. But like he's got a whole YouTube channel on it, and he runs all his cars off of the gas.
I just don't know how that'd be possible
I mean,
to make diesel out of plastic.
we're not scientists, bro.
If it's possible to make diesel out of plastic, why aren't they doing that right now?
Because they want us to use all our fossil fuels.
I thought you were about to say they don't know how. But I was,
Yeah, he figured it out, and no one else did. Yeah, obviously they don't know how. They don't know how to do that. They're major gas companies that's been working on generations of making
yeah, no.
diesel and gas.
I think they would definitely do. I mean, because that'd be a wage. Because then they'd make a shit ton more money. I mean, they just.
I mean, there's I think there's tons of people that do that. Like,
I don't think so.
I like it. Because
I don't think it.
This is just some
exists.
This is just some teenage, not even teenage. Like
That's
I wanna say,
exactly
like, he's
why
20.
I don't think it exists.
Okay, well, I mean, like,
I think the video exists, but I don't think it's real.
yeah, no, it's all AI generated.
I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I just don't think actual diesel's coming.
Yeah,
out
I
of
can't
that
believe
shit.
everything that's on shorts either.
Yeah, no, you literally can't.
Yeah, I saw it on a short too, so it automatically makes it AI generated.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I
I'm just
didn't say
saying-
you said that.
You know what? You seem to be very, agitated this episode,
Just a little bit.
and I'm just, trying to have a little banter.
We were bantering. We
You
still are
you have an
bantering.
attitude, though.
Okay,
You know what? I'm gonna.
you're gonna
Yeah.
lick your lips again at me. That was majestic.
That was my. I was licking my lips not because I want to fuck you, but because I
They're
want
chapped.
to kill you. Licking my lips because I was thinking of how your blood would taste off the knife.
Anime. Yeah, I mean,
In
like,
game. Sorry.
but yeah, electric cars. I mean, just going from just hybrid cars that run on partial gas and stuff, like the car you're driving right now. You're driving that Lexus. That
Hybrid,
Lexus,
yeah.
the Lexus is hybrid. It runs off its battery, but then it also fucking runs off the $10 of gas that it takes to fill it up.
I mean, I know this is getting off of electric cars, but another thing, like Elon Musk, the fucking spaceships and space shuttles and shit like that. Absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah. Did you? I don't know if you've probably seen this video, but Elon was doing an interview with someone about the spaceships, and he was talking about like we figured out how to get the ship up into the air, but then we don't know how to like.
We didn't know how. We wanted to find the best way to bring it back down, and so he decided, let me just build something to catch it with.
No, not that. Like he was like, we figured out how to get it up into space, but then we can't. Like when we launched the very top part to space, he was like, I don't know how to keep it going the right way. And then he was like, the guy that was interviewing him, he was like, why don't you use the same shit you used to get it off the ground in space? And he was like, oh yeah, like he's like, now that he's. Why haven't we fucking thought of that? And like he was like, oh yeah, and then like I think like it was like 2 or 3 years later, the same guy went back and interviewed him. He was like, dude, thank you for what you've made me realize something that it was just right there and I just wasn't thinking. I've been doing so much shit that I just wasn't even thinking about how easy.
Happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
They think too much, so they avoid the most simple solution that is the best solution.
Right.
Like it's. This just, especially if you're like as smart as a guy as Elon Musk is, he has probably lots of thoughts running through his head at all
I mean,
times.
think about the kid's name, bro. Like I don't even know how to spell that.
What?
His kid's name? It's like XAE, which
Yeah,
is
it's
like
xylophone. I don't.
xylophone.
I don't know.
And like part of his name is named after his favorite plane. The fucking that what is it, the fucking black one that looks like a boomerang or a frisbee, or yeah, boomerang. I said frisbee. Fucking a boomerang. You know what I'm talking about? That it's like one of his favorite.
Talk about UFOs right now.
Yeah, unidentified flying.
A frisbee flying through the sky.
That right there, technology.
Frisbee.
I mean, apparently the Nazis had that.
Frisbee advanced technology.
They had propulsion, apparently.
We have propulsion.
Yeah, but that's back in the 1940s. We had propulsion.
Yes. How do you think we launched the nukes?
I thought that was with fire.
Yeah, that's a propulsion engine. Yes.
I thought propulsion was like the like floating without fire. Just you know.
No, that's not. No, that's no.
Well, see that's
and we don't have that.
Yeah.
I mean, planes. They don't really float without fire. They fly because they have winter.
They're falling with style.
No, they have things that kick up a lot of turbines that kick up a lot of wind and basically blow it the fuck out back behind them so they can gain speed, and then their wings so it can pick up, like, take air underneath and above the wings so it can get some lift, and then boom, it goes up in the sky. But every single rocket, fucking anything that's rocket, it's propulsion. It's propulsed by it's shooting out fire at such a large and fast degree behind it that it makes it go forward. Whew. You can do the same thing with water. If you shoot out water very fast.
Yeah, those fucking what's it called? Those water jetpacks people do.
If you shoot something out really, really high pressure below you, or behind you, or whatever it may be in front of you, and it's very high pressure, very fast, and you are lighter than the load it's pushing, then you will go.
Yeah. Like taking a leaf blower right behind you when you're on a skateboard.
Yeah.
That's just the beginning.
That's wind propulsion.
Yas. All right, moving on to the next one we got here. This one's actually kind of stupid. After I read it, I was like, well, damn, why did I fucking put that one right after the electric cars? But just like space and data, like not space, but like going from we used to have just 1 gigabytes, now we have terabytes, and then now there's I can't pronounce the one, but it's like I didn't put it in here, but it's the fucking PB, which is like bigger than a fucking terabyte, and it's that's the fucking abbreviation for it is PB, and it's like it's bigger than terabytes. But it's like just storage in general. Like we went from like the first Xbox you had maybe like fucking 6 gigs, plus you had whatever hard drives that you put into it. Like even with the PlayStation 2, you had like the little memory.
Go even further back, Nintendo didn't have any storage.
You had the memory card. You had the memory card on the back of the controller and shit.
Yeah,
for like
you had to have a memory card. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's.
It's not the greatest. It's not the biggest.
No, it is great. It brought us a whole lot. With the storage capacities. I mean, we did have large storage capacities back in the day. I mean,
but they were like fucking this big, not a fucking flash drive.
Yeah,
like fucking.
Like it's become more condensed. Is the main thing because I mean movies and shit, they're like terabytes upon terabytes of information and like gigs and shit like that. Like it's a lot.
Right.
And so yeah, it's become a lot easier for people to store and process things.
That's literally what it says. What I've wrote down there is just it makes it so much easier just to store things and process things. Because I mean, like having a computer back then, like I remember like the computers that I grew up with all the dial-up.
Oh wow, you grew up with the computers? That's crazy.
Yeah. My grandma had a computer.
And you said you was poor. That's crazy.
I was poor. Yeah.
But you had a computer.
My grandma had a computer.
Yeah, it's not poor.
So
your granny lived with you?
No, she didn't. My grandma lived across the street at her own house. Okay? She had her computer across the street, and when I went over there,
you own a whole cul-de-sac.
We don't own the whole cul-de-sac. The fucking state owns the goddamn cul-de-sac.
Okay, you own the property around the cul-de-sac.
Actually, we didn't own it until recently. Like my mom was still paying the mortgage on the house that Chris is living in now, and now paying the mortgage. So we still don't even own that. And then the land Granny finally paid off right after Grandpa passed away, which was in '08. So she finally paid that shit off. And that shit was a house that was built in the goddamn 20s.
All I'm saying is,
All I'm saying.
you had a computer.
Yeah, I did. Fuck off, poor boy.
Computers back then weren't really like super fucking expensive.
They weren't.
They've gotten a lot more. But I mean, with the more expensive comes the more processing and the more
yeah,
like,
and the more space,
the more you can use it for more things.
right?
But the main thing that like you can get a PC that does gaming and other things. But the main thing that's for me is like if you just get a regular PC, you're not really gonna be able to game on it. You literally have to get a gaming PC to play games.
Right.
Like you cannot, and those cost a little bit of extra money.
Yeah,
And it's like people get gaming laptops, but my thing is gaming. I could never see getting a gaming laptop. I just don't think they're as good.
yeah,
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't even think it's close because you have a giant
there's those alien. I think it's
Alienware, but they're still. My biggest thing is with a PC you have a giant box with multiple fans, multiple different hard drives, multiple like
even
a
some
whole
of them
bunch
have
of
cooling systems.
like a bunch of different shit in this big box that can process things a lot faster and just move things a lot faster, do things a whole lot faster than this laptop can that does not have all of these things built into it. It's
Right.
like it. Of course, laptops they have fans. Some of them do have cooling systems. Some they have, but they do not have as much as a PC does because it's the PC, then you connect the PC to a monitor, and then hook
The monitor's not even really anything. It's just
exactly.
a fucking screen.
You buy the PC is the box, and then you have to buy a monitor. You have to buy
Speaking of that, like the people that came up with the Apple thing,
the Apple thing.
the Apple computers and shit like that. The PCs,
MacBooks.
not MacBooks, like the but the original MacBook, like big ass fucking monitor and shit like that.
Oh.
They I saw it was a movie that was about like how they started up and everything, and like they were going to a tech place. I think it was like Radio Shack, and they were trying to sell their computers to them, and then like they like showed up, and it's just this fucking memory. It's like a motherboard with a whole bunch of things on it, and they're like, he's like, where's the rest of the computer? And he's like, that is the computer.
Yeah, the movie with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Where he plays Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a good movie.
Yeah, like that right there. Like that's insane right there. Like how it went from like a fucking board this big to now we just have a couple CPU.
Not even that. It's chip.
Yeah, a chip.
It's
and then,
like I mean it's
yeah.
it's like
I get into that
like
too.
an Intel Core processor is fucking tiny. Like
Mhm.
it's like things have gotten, and the whole thing is the more like every year, like
New shit comes out.
it's not even that. It's like it advances exponentially. Like because we discover this thing last year, and this year we discover like 2 times what we discovered last year, and next year it's like 2 times again. It's just the exponential growth is insane. Like the fact that
I think we've seen more growth. And
and that's why I talk about this all the time. That's why I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm this is gonna sound weird, but I feel like I'm old because of the fact that I grew up and the entire world was fucking changing around me. Like I went from being 5 to seeing flip phones, and then a couple years later it's like everybody has a fucking smartphone now, and
right,
everything.
Like everyone
everything
used to carry around CDs and Walkmans,
Yeah, exactly.
and now we have fucking iPods.
We used to burn CDs and shit like that,
Yeah.
and it's like you had an iPod, like an MP3 player, and
I mean, I gotta say, from like I want to say the 1990s and down, like technology really has just fucking like until
it's
now.
blown up. It's blown the fuck up.
It's gone faster than any other years.
And it keeps getting faster too. Like that's why I feel like sometimes I'm like I feel like I'm old. Even I know I'm not. I'm young. I'm young, spry boy.
I'm 24
but,
years old.
I'm a young spry boy. But it's just I look back and I'm like just the amount of shit that's changed. The amount of things.
I mean, how many consoles came out for like
in our lifetime?
Yeah, like
a lot.
5 in every brand.
More than 5.
I mean,
you're
saying
talking about
like each brand, like you have 5 different versions of Xbox. You have 5 different versions of I will say 4 different versions of Xbox because we had the
okay, technically, yeah, but I mean, technically, we have 3 different versions of Xbox, but 2 of those versions, 4 different versions. You're right. Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then Xbox Series X. But then we also have the slim versions of the One and the
And then you had like the PS1.
So you have PlayStation
2, PlayStation 3,
PlayStation 4,
and
PlayStation 5.
And like
Yeah.
that's five different things, and they
And then
came
we
out
have
with
VR, Oculus. We have like
even they had in the PlayStation 3 they had like the beginning of like kind of VR. They had the VR little headset thing, but
Xbox and stuff like that. Like I mean, Connect with Xbox really.
Yeah, the Kinect.
then-
I thought that was crazy because
that was
I
pretty
remember
cool.
the Kinect came out like I want to say like my 5th and 6th grade year because we were playing the school had a Kinect and we got to play that game that came with the Xbox. It was like the Journey game. You rode on a raft and
I
shit.
have no idea what you're talking about.
That was just
We played a lot of the Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, see,
game.
like we had Dance Dance Revolution and shit
That
like
game
that
was
with the
fun as
Kinect.
fuck. But no, the Kinect was very, very cool. I definitely think that was I think they should do something like that again. That would be awesome. Like I know we have VR
I thought the
and everything
Wii,
now.
like the Wii, right? Even the Wii, like it had that little sensor bar that would just sense the controller. I thought that was like top line technology when I was a kid. I was like, bro,
I thought
could
it was
just
a piece of shit because half the time it never fucking worked.
Oh, mine worked great. I had the.
I didn't have a Wii, but some people like some friends I knew had a Wii, so but like half the time it'd be like trying to fucking like you're like what the. Why the fuck? And then you finally see the hand, you're like, oh my god, and then you barely move it, and it goes off screen. You're like, oh my fucking god, dude! I just want the hand to be on the goddamn screen.
Or when you do the bowling, you swear you just bowled right, and it fucking throws it behind you. They're all like, woo! Fucking that.
But no, I definitely think they should come out with another type of Kinect because that'd be dope, and the technology would be a whole lot better now. Like, because I know there was issues back, then with tracing. Sometimes it'd like be a little off or something like that. But now it'd be really fucking. That'd be really fucking cool. I feel like that'd be dope to have another Kinect type thing. Like, I know we have VR now, and you can just buy a VR. Which my main thing is like, because
Even
fucking
VR, like even the
Jackson-
Oculus that we have is slow.
Jackson has the fucking VR headset for the PlayStation and an Oculus. And I was like, I don't see the point in doing that shit. You're spending $1,000 for bullshit. I'm sorry, because it's $500 for the Oculus and it's $500 for the PlayStation 5
Hell,
VR.
the Oculus is just a PC.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like, why would you get? I can sort of get why you'd get the PlayStation 5 Oculus. Sure, I can sort of get it.
Wait,
but
are they different? Like,
yes.
so like the PlayStation is only PlayStation like games and shit.
Yes,
Like that?
so like you download games that are VR on your PlayStation,
Yeah.
and then you play it through the headset.
That's like the PS3 one they
Yeah,
had.
so it's like I just don't see the point in doing it because I was like I would like to get because they have Phasmophobia on for VR on
But they have it on the
PlayStation
Oculus,
5.
don't they?
Yeah, but you have to download it through Steam. So you have to download the Steam extension, and then you have to download it through Steam instead of.
I mean,
But that's not that big of a deal. But the main thing is you can't play. You can only play with people that also have the Oculus or have the Steam. You cannot play with people on PlayStation. And so I was like, I'd like to play Phasmophobia in VR with the all guys, because I can play in VR and they can still play with their regular controllers. Like
Right.
they don't have to have a VR headset. But I was like, what's the point of me spending $500 for that when I have the Oculus? What's the point of that? Because
Right.
I can do a whole lot more with my Oculus than I can with the PlayStation.
Yeah, you can only play PlayStation
Exactly.
VR games.
And I mean, you can watch shows and shit like that. But
I can
it's
do
like,
that on Oculus.
that's what I'm saying, and it's a lot better on the Oculus.
You can watch.
Yeah, I don't do
explicits.
that. Yeah. I don't.
But that one time you fucking opened up the fucking.
Hey, we're not gonna say names, okay? But yeah, no, I definitely I went upstairs and I saw some things I shouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
Somebody was using that for the wrong means.
I'm glad Daisy didn't fucking grab that.
Oh, dude, that
motherfucker.
would have been fucking terrible.
She would have non-stop. We would just see her. The Oculus would be in her room every night.
Oh God,
Yeah.
don't But yeah, no, for me, like just looking back and being like, Jesus Christ, the amount the world, not even technology, like just the amount the world has changed in our lifetime, just the amount of that the world has changed as a whole is just it's fucking crazy. It's things are moving at a rapid pace some in a good direction, some in a bad direction. I'm not going to say which one's which,
Right.
what things are bad, what things are good, because it's just, but yeah, no, I feel like
We're going a little long on this one, but I got a couple more we should go on to. I want to get into these next two at least.
2. Okay, we can do 2. Fine,
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring them both together as one. Like one, we'll just talk about it together. Because I have other ones that are like I had nanotechnology for health and shit like that because they've advanced that so much that like you can like it went from you having to cut a big like. For example, just a simple example, my grandma had a gallbladder removed, and she had her whole she has a scar all the way up from her chest all the way down her stomach to get her gallbladder removed. And then Christian, when he got his gallbladder removed,
We're good.
Okay. But when he got his gallbladder removed, he had 2 little cuts on his stomach to get his gallbladder removed. Like that just making smaller instruments to heal people and everything like that. That was one of them I wanted to bring up, but it's whatever. But I really wanted to get into AI and augmented reality. So augmented reality is just like the VR and other shit like that.
Yeah.
But the AI is really what I wanted to get in because AI has helped us not only.
I mean, has it?
I can say yes and no. It hasn't really helped us because it just makes us less we're relying on that. But then again, if
It's
it
helped
wasn't
us
for
with funny moments.
yeah, but I also think like it's like AI has also figured out some people use AI to help find different solutions and shit like that we couldn't just think of.
Yeah, but
on
I
our
wouldn't
own.
even call it AI because it's not really artificial intelligence. It really
It's not
isn't.
fully. Yeah, it's not full.
It's not
AI.
even close. I mean, it's more of just like an algorithm, basically, is what it is. It's more of like.
I mean, like there's that Japanese guy that made the one that can play chess and it learned how to beat masters.
Yes,
and
but
everything
that's
like
but once again, that's just an algorithm. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not really.
It's not like
It's
it doesn't
taking.
have emotions.
It's
and shit
taking in what you're saying and putting it into its algorithm, and then basically the more you respond to it, like with ChatGPT, it learns by having conversations with you. And I wouldn't even say it's learning. It's more or less your responses and the words and the things you say. It takes it in, and then it adds that to its algorithm. It adds that to its data, and then basically spits out more responses that other people have liked, or other people have it's not exactly. Because my thing is artificial intelligence. I'm not gonna say it has emotions and shit like that, but it's like it is actually like learning new things. It's not some algorithm. It is like it's like a human brain.
Mm-hmm.
Or obviously be better than human brain because it can learn a lot faster. But like it's different because like the YouTube algorithm. I mean, technically you could say that's AI because the more videos you watch, the more it's learning what you like. It's
Right.
learning what you like and
That's just
putting
the
out what you like.
algorithm, though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But when I'm talking
It's
about
technically learning what you like and putting it out there for you to watch. It's putting it on your front screen, but that's just an algorithm, and that's what I'm saying is right now AI is not to the point where it's actually in like an artificial intelligence where it's actually learning and making up its own like decisions and like shit like that. It is to the point where it's an algorithm. It's taking in prompts and then spitting out responses that
other people have
well, not even other people. Like it's like if you make an AI and you put in it act like this person, and you put in a bunch of data about this person, like act like you, and you basically go through it like your entire life and type in every single thing you've done, every response you've ever made, everything like that. If you type in all of that into the algorithm, then it'll basically act just like you.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying it is. It's not an AI because it's not actually really learning. It's there's a bunch of formulas and shit in it to make sure that responses and stuff like that make sense to go with it. If you understand what I'm saying.
Right. It's just the beginning of AI. But
That's what I'm saying. It's advanced a lot in the past. I mean, just 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, because
crazy.
they had AI like even back in like I want to say the 90s and 80s and 90s. They were like had it, but it wasn't like what it is now. It was just small algorithms and shit like that.
But that's exactly why I don't like calling it AI because it's just I don't think it's AI yet.
It's not artificial.
I forgot what because I was watching a podcast and they were like I don't like they said the same thing and that's why I'm like really getting this from is like is they said the same thing, but they had a different name for it. And they were like, I don't want to call it AI. I'd rather call it this. And I forgot what they said. But that was like, that makes sense to me because it's not really learning from you. It's not really learning from. It's just taking in prompts, and its algorithm is telling it to say these things. Its algorithm, the way it was told to respond, the way it was told to do these things,
doing
and
its
act.
protocol.
Yeah, exactly. So it's more or less like a robot that you talk to, and it gives you responses that like the robot sex dolls. They're not artificial intelligence, but you can talk to them and they'll respond to you.
Right, and I mean like you also have like.
Which that's fucking crazy. We have fucking robot sex dolls. That's insane.
Japan was like, we need to figure this shit out now.
That's fucking crazy. To me, that's crazy. I know you might not like it, but I don't.
I mean, I think I really like AI.
I thought you were going to say, I think I'd buy one.
I think I'd buy one. I really would. But one more, just throw this one in there, like the voice
recognition software.
Yeah, like that, just like that technology. That's something else that I put on here.
That's been out for a while.
Yes, but like it's from what I've read and everything, it's like supersonic rise in it. Like it's got to the point where it's
like facial recognition has become so much.
Yeah, like I now we have it on our phone. They used to like I remember seeing it like on movies and shit. I know this is movies, but like the whole like retinal scan and shit like that. Now they have it on our fucking iPhones. Like
no, dude. The main I say this all the time, dude. If I was born like 20 years earlier, then I would have gotten away with so much shit. I would have done so much shit and got away with it. Because, I mean, even cameras in the early 2000s, fucking shit. Like, how the fuck are you going to get caught on camera?
I mean, you see the pictures of people outside a gas station, or like they put the gas stations would be like, I got robbed by this person. If you see this person, let us know. And it's like a fucking fuzzy as fuck.
And you can't even see their face. You can't make out. You can only make out they're wearing a hoodie. Great. It's like nowadays, nowadays, dude, Ring cameras and shit like that. Cameras are everywhere, and they're actually good quality.
Yesterday. The Ring cameras.
No, like, they're actually good quality, and you can actually make out faces, and you can make out features and shit like that. But back then, dude, no, you couldn't fucking do that shit. Back when there weren't any cameras, dude, how the fuck did you get caught for shit? You had to be dumb. I'm sorry. You had to be stupid as fuck. Like, before they had DNA technology where they could get fingerprints and shit like that, and blood samples and shit like that. Fucking like, how the fuck would you get caught for shit?
There's that movie Hell or High Water. That's literally talking about how way before, like in banks, they didn't have security cameras that were well enough to. These people were literally going into banks with no mask on and just robbing banks, and then going and like would leave the town and then go rob another bank in another town and then just keep going. They went from north of Oklahoma all the way through Texas and all the way down to Waco before they finally got fucking stopped. And like they robbed like I think it was 47 banks. And like
at a certain point you got to stop. It's like you have enough money.
I mean, they almost made it. Their plan was to go straight to Mexico and they were going to get out of here and then they were never going to be seen again. But they fucking got caught in Waco because there was these two guys that were like, hold on a second, these motherfuckers like. We're getting notifications that these people are robbing banks in other towns, and like they just followed them all the way down, and they fucking finally caught on to their ass. But I mean, that's that right there, like that. People. It was crazy how people got away with shit. Back
or didn't get away with shit. That's my
like
how the fuck
serial killers and shit. Like there was a long time ago. I can't remember what year. I don't even want to butcher the years on this, but like when the fucking Ted Bundy, like that he was going around and all the police stations they weren't connected like how it is now. Like,
I mean.
You did something in another state and they knew about it and they didn't know about it. You would have to be like the Chicago police would have to call the Illinois police and be like, hey, yeah, this guy just did this in our state and now he's in your state doing this. Like,
it's like, because I mean, that's my thing is like back then people made stupid mistakes like the bank robbers, 47 banks. If you would have just stopped at let's just say fucking 30. And that's fucking giving
they were also not like robbing like the backs. They were just robbing everything out of the tills, like drawers and shit.
Yeah, so they weren't still 30 banks. It's still decent fucking chunk of change.
Yeah,
dude.
everyone keeps like I think back then they used to keep like $10,000 in every drawer or something like that. They said something like that in the movie, where they were like we're only gonna hit the drawers, and they have like if a normal bank has like 5 or 6 tellers, and that's fucking $50,000 right there. He goes, you hit every bank and hit only the tellers. You're not stealing all the money in the safe or anything. You're not having to wait there for all that shit to go down. You just grab all the money behind the counter and go. Like, you know, that's still getting enough money right there. Like the whole plan was like they were losing their farm to people, and the bank was trying to foreclose their farm, and they needed money to get it, and the bank wouldn't help them out or anything like that. They couldn't get anything to stop it, so they were like, we're gonna go get the fucking money from the banks. And
Yeah, I mean, I think this is gonna be the last thing I say, and then we gotta wrap this bitch up. But I think honestly, I mean, like back then, of course, I think it would be super hard to get caught unless you did something stupid. But I was just gonna say this because we were talking about like bank robberies and shit like that. I've thought about okay. Let me phrase this correctly so I don't sound like I'm gonna rob a fucking bank. I do not want to rob a bank. It's not something I want to do. But you know, everyone has those thoughts like, if I were to, how would I do it? You know, like if I were to rob a bank, how would I go about it? And I think the best way, honestly, because it's all about the best way to rob a bank is go to jail. Okay, hear me out. You go to jail, but you lighten your sentence so much because after robbing a bank, the main thing you go to jail for is how much money you stole. If it was armed robbery, it's like stacks upon stacks of charges. But if you go in unarmed, you don't actually have any weapons, no firearms, nothing like that, and you hide the money before you get caught, or you have someone else to take the money from you that wasn't like they're not at the bank, they're at a different location. You drop off the money, then you get caught. You go to jail for a couple years, you know. And then you get out, you get your money, and you're scot-free. Like, you're good.
Right.
Like, I feel like the best way to do it, just try and get as little charges as you can and then go to jail. But that person who's holding your money has to be someone you trust with, like, everything. That's why I would not give it to you.
Yeah, no, I'd be...
Because, I mean, I trust you.
Yeah, we'd be broke.
But exactly, but I just don't trust you with the money.
I mean, I could bail you out.
You'd have the money, and then you'd be like, I'm supposed to be saving this for money, but I need this, so I'm just going to take a little bit. It'll be fine. And then a week later, you get there's no more money.
3 years, you get out of jail. I got a fucking house and fucking like 8 cars, and you're like, how much money you got? Listen, I've invested a lot.
And I lost it all.
But we do have like $2,000. I robbed $30 million. We only got $2,000. But yeah, that's it for this episode. All right, guys. I think all y'all should definitely follow, like, subscribe. Hit that notification.
We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify.
And then how many people are watching us but not subscribed? Like, what are y'all doing?
I have no idea.
But what are y'all doing? Like,
I
just
don't know
subscribe. Come on.
I don't know.
There's too many people. That's the problem.
I don't think there really is too many people that are watching that aren't subscribed. I think most people who are watching are subscribed.
Well, then, if you are, I appreciate all of y'all that are subscribed.
We get like 3 or 4 views an episode, and we have like 20 subscribers. So I think that the majority of people who are watching are actually subscribed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's good. And then like you were showing me the stats for the Spotify, like
Spotify. Someone that is listening to us in Canada. Shout out to our Canadians. What?
Someone's
listening to us in the UK.
Yeah.
Fucking shout out to our Europeans. What? That's crazy.
What? Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Appreciate
and then the
y'all
majority
listening.
of people are listening to us in the United States. But
hell yeah.
But no, I do think it's crazy.
I want to know who's in Canada. That would be.
I want to know who's in Canada, and I want to know who's in the fucking UK. Who's watching us in the UK?
If y'all are listening to this right now, like comment down. I want to see. We might have y'all on a podcast. You know, something like that, and bring you.
I'm not flying anyone down. That's not within the budget of this.
Well,
podcast.
I mean, we can call them on the phone and be like, "Hey, you're on the podcast. Well, say what's up."
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best idea, but you know, it might. I don't know. I don't think it is.
If you contact us, I might.
I don't think it is. You can do an episode by yourself with that one, okay?
All right, I will. I'll use him as the host. Like, you hear that? Whoever's in Canada and whoever's in the UK. But all right, guys. Thank y'all for listening again. Once again, I am Damien,
and I'm Minnie,
and we're the Banter Bros. Out.